Well, I'm glad that you could join me this evening. Good evening, everyone. And how are you this day? I am NJ Evans, and this is the Evening Drive Home with NJ Evans. I just wanted to stop by for a second and just share with you some information that I thought was very profound. Very profound. I said, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. Yes, I did say you got to be kidding me because I could not believe that New York City, of all places, had an internet that was shut down. Their internet was shut down, airports were shut down, banks, you name it, and that happened. And you're wondering why? Why could that possibly happen? Especially with CrowdStrike as that entity that was taking care of all of that. Cybersecurity. All the cybersecurity, and they were affiliated as a third party with Microsoft. So this was very, very interesting for me to just see and hear and think to myself, you can't be serious. You just can't be serious, because wow. But anyway, so let's get on with this. The reason why I decided to stop by today was because I wanted to share something right here as we live and breathe. We have a scenario where cybersecurity is really very important, very important. This is a number one company, top, it's gold, gold trims all around it. They've made headways and their reputation was stellar up until last night. Okay, so what happens now? Now they have to go through that whole reputation repair. And I don't know how long that's going to take, but it's going to take a couple of minutes. And then will there be any lawsuits or anything involved in that? We don't really know at this particular point in time, but one would speculate probably so to some degree. But we don't really know for a fact. And I'm really, how would I say this? I'm really saying that I'm very sad that something like that could happen. All right, but it also alerts us to a few things. Now, look at the perspectives. If CrowdStrike was a third party affiliated with Microsoft and this happened by accident, freak accident, what kind of thoughts does Microsoft have? What kind of thoughts does CrowdStrike have? All right, so CrowdStrike is probably trying to figure out, okay, now how do I repair their own reputation and then the reputation of Microsoft? Good thoughts, right? I thought they were pretty good thoughts myself. So the only thing that I could really speculate or summarize was to say, ouch, I really wouldn't want to be in your position. No matter how much money you have, I really wouldn't want to be in your position because it's very big, very, very big. Who understands and who really knows why that transpired? But it's a lesson here for consumers. It's a lesson here for small businesses. It's a lesson here for those who feel that they don't need any kind of cybersecurity protection. And then there's a lesson here for those who feel that outsourcing might be a good idea. Well, this was a reputable company that they outsourced to, and I don't have any qualms with CrowdStrike at all. None. I know of them, but I don't know anything about them, if that makes any sense to you. But what I was saying was this: it makes you stop and think, because that used to be one of the reasons why so many of the smaller companies were not really jumping and biting at the bit to go and get a third party scenario. And also, they left themselves very vulnerable because they didn't have any cybersecurity protection. But now this presents another kind of issue. So, do you hire from within? Do you find that particular talent that can really take your company and insulate, protect, put a shield around all of your data, your important data, other people's information that is in your system, be it healthcare, be it educational, be it industry, be it whatever it is, be it your business, whatever it is, that information is really privileged and privy to your particular organization. So what happens? What happens? Are we just going to look at this and say, okay, well, that happened with them, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily so? That's true. It doesn't mean that. But that also means that now you have to become aware and more astute about what's going on with cybersecurity on all different levels. But there seems to me that this is some kind of an awakening. Some kind of an awakening. I don't know exactly what the awakening was all about, but it just feels like it was an awakening and a knowledge of where we are and what are we really doing here. So I will not belabor this too much with you, but I will say with all the professionals who have been on the air and they're speaking about the pluses and the minuses of what transpired, I would tend to go with not pointing fingers too much. You call of who's the cast of characters here. Yes, CrowdStrike was cast of characters. Microsoft, yes, they were involved indirectly or directly, whichever way you like to phrase that. And then of course the media crew. But now so was the consumer. All those people who were standing at the airports and they were trying to get home or go to a particular destination and they weren't able to do so because of the fact that there were delays and delays and delays and postponements and probably didn't even know what was really going on if you was at an airport, what was really going on until after you've been standing there or sitting there for about 2 3 hours. And then what? You're on your way home. You're not home. And then there's also the fact that you're a business person. You have other meetings that you have to attend, or maybe a gala that you had to attend this evening. It's just so many things. Life goes on, but there's so many things. And then, of course, then there's my city that everybody wants to start beating up on. They need to stop. My city is just having such a hard time right now. And I'm talking about New York City. It's having such a hard time right now. And you wonder why. What's that all about, also? So if you have a thought about each and every one of these thoughts that I've had, please do me a favor. This is going to be uploaded to YouTube, and you know where I am on YouTube. And in the comment, just leave your comments. Tell me what are your thoughts about what just transpired in New York City on July I would say 18th and 19th. And just tell me what are your thoughts? What do you think should be the next step? Do you feel that cybersecurity is all that in a bag of potato chips? Do you feel that these hackers were able to do something? Well, it wasn't even a hacker because they weren't hacked. That's the key, according to what the mayor is saying. They were not hacked. At least that's what's on the records right now. But anyway, what do you think is my question? And hence the reason why I decided to stop by and give you this thought. What do you think about what's transpiring? Because just like it happened in New York with Microsoft, it could happen to you as well. This is the evening drive home. I am NJ Evans. Remember to create the reality that you truly do desire, not one that you don't. So watch what you focus on. If any of this applies to you, then cool, great. If it doesn't, dismiss it and don't focus. I'll talk to you next time. Same channel. Thanks for visiting.